Hello, everybody. This is Rob Warren, the pastor of the First Presbyterian Church in Marion, North Carolina. What you're about to hear is an excerpt from a night of stand-up comedy that we did at the church as a part of a fundraiser, and I invite you to listen. There are many changes that have happened in life since then, many more stories, and I'll probably upload those soon. But until then, please just sit back, listen, and enjoy.
Somebody asked me what the difference between stories that I can't tell in sermons and stories that I can tell in sermons is. And basically the stories that I'm going to share with you tonight are different because the stories that I share in sermons tend to have a redemptive quality. Someone in them is behaving in a way that's consistent with the Scripture. The stories you're going to hear tonight also have examples of people behaving in accordance with the Scripture, but it falls more on the thou shalt not side. A lot of the stories over my life, and frighteningly these are all true, involve pants for some unknown reason. And I was thinking about this as I was putting this night together. And when I was down in North Carolina working at a group home, I got lazy one night, as I'm apt to be about laundry. Matter of fact, I've probably got laundry in our washing machine right now. And I left my laundry downstairs in the cottage. Someone broke into the cottage, went through my laundry, picked out a pair of pants, and then left. Well, the police were involved because it was a break-in and he was a former student and there was a lot of complications, but I found myself going to the Avery County Courthouse. Now, the Avery County Courthouse is an interesting courthouse to appear in if you ever get the chance. Be on time. The judge that was there, I once saw them lock up 3 social workers for being 5 minutes late to court. This judge runs a very tight courtroom. And you answer the questions that you are asked, you volunteer no information, and then you just hopefully move on. So I appear before the judge, and the judge says, "Is this the young man that stole your pants?" And I said, "Yes, sir." And he said, "Would you like your pants?" And he said, "How did you know this?" And I said, "He's wearing my pants right now." And I identified them by the size and brand. And he said, "Would you like your pants back, or would you like the approximate value?" Well, I had looked at his file at Crossnor, and he was noted for picking up certain social diseases. And so I decided I would just rather have the approximate cash value of the pants. And the judge said, "So ordered," slammed his gavel, and that was it. Well, I stood there for a few minutes, didn't think anything about it. He was done with me. I left the courthouse. 2 weeks later, I'm having my license renewed and having the picture taken. And the sheriff sticks his head around the camera and goes, "Are you that boy what got his pants took?" And I said, "Yes, sir, that was me." And he said, "How'd he get them off of you if you didn't want them off?" My favorite pants story, though, happened in a church. There are a lot of good things that happen in a church, a lot of wonderful things that happen in the church. But one of the things that happens in churches that is good but not necessarily wonderful is the annual church yard sale. Someone had donated a pair of pants to the church yard sale, and they were on the quarter table. And they came in and they saw the pants on the quarter table, and they said, "What are these pants doing here?" And I said, "They're being sold." "Well, how much?" "A quarter." "How can you ask a quarter?" And this is why I love being a minister. Because they're on the quarter table. "Well, these pants are worth $10. "Okay, but they're on the quarter table." And he picks the pants up and puts them over his shoulder and says, "I am not letting these pants be sold for a quarter." And I said, "Are you going to pay for those pants?" And he stopped and he looked at me. And I had the smirk that most of you have seen and many of you have been irritated by. And I said, "Are you going to pay for those pants, or are you going to shoplift from the church?" And he said, "They're my pants." And I said, "No, not until you pay for them. They're the church's pants. And they cost a quarter, but if you want to give me $10 for them, I'll take it."